Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Tenerife webinar. It's very nice to have all of you in this call. We're going to talk a lot about Tenerife today, and we're going to talk about the great promotional deals we have specifically for Tenerife. We have a guest over today, which is Fernanda is in the call today. She is going to tell us all about Tenerife and all we need to know about it. Hello, Fernanda. How are you today?
Hi, Valkis. Good morning. I'm pretty good. Feeling good. How are you?
I'm great as well. Thank you for joining the call once again. I'm pretty sure our agents are very interested in learning more about Tenerife. So this is good. This is very informative. Before we go on, I want to introduce myself. I'm Balkis Dündar. I'm the Global Destination Marketing Manager for Hotel Beds. You can see my email here as well on the screen, but throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please make sure to write it down or make a note of it. You can always email me regarding any questions for Tenerife, or you can always email Fernanda as well. But so on, we're just going to continue. And Fernanda, the stage is yours.
Thanks so much for the introduction. Hello and welcome, everybody. As we said, my name is Fernanda Melgoza, and I am the U.S. Destination Representative for Tenerife, which is the largest of Spain's Canary Islands. So jumping on to the next slide, this beautiful destination offers travelers the best of Spain's culture and cuisine and much more. So there's beaches and mountains and perfect weather year-round, which is where we say. So starting with where we're located, Tenerife is in the middle of the Atlantic, almost 50 miles away from the west of Africa, and it's only a 2 to 4 hour flight from Europe. If you're in the east coast of the United States, Tenerife can be reached in about 5 to 6 hours by plane, and the easiest connections are typically through Spain, mainland Spain, and Portugal. And getting here, so we have 2 international airports, one in the south and one in the north, with over 16 million passengers a year, according to our 2019 figures. We are directly connected with more than 154 airports just in Europe, but also have 2 major ports for those that want to cruise by. If you're familiar with the cruising program for the Mediterranean, the itineraries actually usually include Tenerife as well. Here we listed the top reasons to visit beautiful Tenerife. We are a Spanish island, which means we have a very welcoming atmosphere. The climate is absolutely beautiful year-round, with average temperatures of about 73 degrees, so it feels like it's springtime all the time. We have 3,000 hours of sunshine a year. In the summer, the sun sets at about 9 p.m. and in the winter past 7:30, 8 p.m. And finally, what you'll find in Tenerife is unexpected natural beauty at every turn. So that means there's plenty of outdoor adventure as well. With that in mind, almost half of the island is protected territory. We have the highest mountain in Spain, which is Mount Teide, and the star attraction of Teide National Park, which is one of 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We have nearly 4,000 miles of beach, both with gold and black sand, as we are a volcanic island. And what you can see here in this picture is the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve of Anaga, which is one of the top 3 highlights in Tenerife. I've already mentioned Mount Teide, which is what you can see here on the left. And in the middle is our UNESCO World Heritage Site, the second one, San Cristobal de la Laguna, which is a charming colonial town with plenty of history. And again, to reiterate what I had said, Tenerife has wonderful weather year-round, so it's easy to pack your bags, whether it's for a weekend-long trip or a week-long trip. To take a closer look at the south of the island, here you can see this is the drier side of Tenerife, where the volcanic nature can really be appreciated. So you can see So this is how the island split up. This is the island itself. So, and some may say that it looks a little bit like a bird. At the tip of the beak, you'll see the Anaga Biosphere Reserve that I mentioned before. And also up there, you'll find the capital of the island, Santa Cruz de Tenerife, as well as the metropolitan area. If you follow down the spine of the island towards the tail, you'll find some small charming towns, including Puerto de la Cruz and Naorotava, and then from Los Realejos, followed by Garachico, and up to the natural park of Teno. This is the most untouched area of the island, making it a fantastic area to go out and discover. Still here on the map, in the south, which we call the money-making side of the island, we have the South International Airport, where the most international flights arrive, and in the valley, right in the middle, this is where the Teide National Park is located. And talking about nature, as I said before, 48% of the island is actually protected territory. So you'll find that the biodiversity of Tenerife is one of the richest in the world because of the climate and its changing landscape. In regards to sustainability, local companies are a very important part of the island's tourism. It's not all about the big companies here. And I've always said, what a better way to discover a destination than with those that know it the best. Tenerife offers outdoor activities for travelers of all ages, just like you see here. There's a dad and his son taking a scenic ride 2,000 feet above sea level. So cycling, trekking, rock climbing, tennis, golf, these are all activities that Tenerife offers on land. Next up in the ocean, surf, windsurf, kayaking, sailing, and diving. Diving is actually very big in Tenerife. The island stands on what I'd say looks like a martini glass, which means that underwater, the base of the island kind of wipes into the center, providing an unparalleled underwater environment that's filled with diverse marine life. Hiking. So 17% of our visitors actually practice this activity while in Tenerife, and that's because we have nearly 1,000 miles of trails. The TR-131 trail mentioned here actually crosses from the tip of the nose of the island to the tail of the island, and it takes 6 days to complete.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whale watching is one of the highlights in Tenerife, which can be experienced year-round. You may go on a private excursion or through an organized tour, but we recommend that you go on those boats with a blue flag. That means that they have been trained and certified, and they know how to keep a safe distance from the whales and the dolphins that you encounter along the way. Tenerife is regarded as one of the best places in the world for stargazing. The island is one of 7 destinations in the EU Star Route, with Mount Teide National Park being the ideal location for this activity. Many museums can be enjoyed in Tenerife. Some of them, like the Anthropology Museum and the Museum of History in La Laguna, will tell you everything about the story of the island. Tenerife is also home to the largest lava tube in Europe, which gives visitors the opportunity not only to see the island from the outside, but from the inside as well. La Cueva del Viento, which you can see here in this picture, is in Icó de los Vinos, and is a natural wonder with many galleries that are like a maze and were actually excavated through lava flow that happened thousands of years ago. And another natural wonder that's common here in Tenerife are our natural salt pools, which are also produced by the volcanic activity that happened many, many years ago. This is a very fun way that you can experience the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. And the natural pools that I just mentioned are a family favorite, but Tenerife is a great family-friendly destination with many more activities that travelers of all ages can enjoy. So beyond the nature and the ocean and the stars, Tenerife is home to a number of theme parks. And perhaps the most famous one photographed here is Siam Park, which is a Thai-themed water park that is perfect for a family outing, where you can spend the entire day. Also very famous is the Loro Parque, which actually started as a reserve for parrots, hence the name. But now it houses many rescue and also acts as a research. And with more than 500 properties on island, many are very well recognized for being family friendly. They offer everything from connecting rooms to kids' menus and educational opportunities. And the resort here are very fantastic. You can spend almost all your visit there, but I really recommend going out and exploring everything that Tenerife has to offer. If you're into golfing, there are 9 different golf courses in Tenerife. 8 of them are located in actual Tenerife, while 1 is located in the small island of La Gomera, which is about a 30-minute ride from Tenerife, a boat ride. Tenerife Tourism has a whole program dedicated to golf. So if you visit our website, you may see all of the facilities and services available. Here on the map, you can see that the highest concentration of the courses are in the south, but in the north, there is the second oldest golf course in Spain, the Real Club Golf Course of Tenerife, followed by the Costa Deje, which is probably the most recognized, and Golf Las Americas. Abama Golf, also here on the map, which is one of the most prestigious you can find, and it has a big designer behind it. And talking about luxurious activities and high-profile golf courses, the Tenerife Select brand, it groups the highest quality offers of the island, that is exclusive hotels, restaurants, experiences. So if you're looking for that extra touch of luxury or extra special activities for your clients, Tenerife Select hotels can certainly help you find and book those extra special activities. And it's very easy to get around in a car or on public transportation. But something that's so fun to do is to actually rent a car and make your way around the island to kind of truly get a sense of how diverse Tenerife is. That would take about 3 hours, but it's a very highly recommended activity here in Tenerife. Moving on to my favorite part of the presentation, food. It's so easy to overindulge in Tenerife. It's delicious Canarian dishes actually mix south of Spain and South America roots. So that would be Andalusian with a mix of spices. So not hot, but very rich in flavor. Honey is big here. Very popular are the Tenerife tomatoes, avocado, and papaya. There are plenty of cheese factories and vineyards that produce very unique wines because of Tenerife volcanic nature and soil. With that in mind, Tenerife has endless dining establishments of various levels and concepts. 5 of them actually have 6 Michelin stars. And in the next slide, you can see that this includes El Cacén in Santa Cruz de Tenerife, El Rincón de Juan Carlos in Los Gigantes, and MB and Kabuki, which are both at the Ritz-Carlton, Alabama. And being an European destination, Tenerife is loaded with tradition. And the towns and villages here on the island come alive throughout the year with many celebrations, festivals, and romerias, which are very lively parties that usually celebrate patron saints in different cities. There are actually more parties and events than weekends in a year, so that's going to tell you how much Tenerife loves a good party. And here we see can-miss events, which include the carnival. The most exotic celebration during carnival happens in the capital, Santa Cruz de Tenerife. And the island's also very progressive. And so we host several annual music festivals like Isle of Music, Ritmos del Mundo, and some festival, which are all techno, modern music as well. So in the new side, the improved Route 040 just reopened this past week. It is one of the most attractive hiking trails in Spain for its scenery and its gradual level of difficulty. The route starts at the beach at El Socorro and ends at the peak of Mount Teide. It's split in different sections that you can take at different, times. But it can be done all in one day. You just have to be very fit because it's obviously not an easy task. So quickly going over other big sports events are the Windsurf Championship, which happens in August, and the International Marathon of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, which happens in November. Next slide, there are a couple others. Santa Cruz Extreme, a demanding trail that runs through the Anaga Rural Park, and it takes participants through prehistoric forests, villages, and cliffs. And Las Americas Pro Tenerife, which is a surf competition that happens every year in January. These next two actually have set dates for 2021. The Tenerife Walking Festival is set to happen 21st to 23rd of March. And then Tenerife Blue Trail, which is the highest mountain race in Spain and the second highest in Europe, is set to happen from the 3rd to the 5th of June. So finally, we've covered what you can do on the island, so we can briefly discuss where you can sleep. Tenerife has many recognized brands such as Ritz-Carlton and Melia, and more boutique hotels that are unique to Spain, like Bahía del Duque and Hotel Botanico, which is exclusive to Tenerife, and where you can experience the timeless type of luxury. Spain also only has 2 Hard Rock hotels, and one of them is in Tenerife. So you can see that you can truly can find the most trendy exclusive service here on the island. Over the past 5 years, we have seen multiple renovations and expansions, which translate into 51 renovated establishments and an additional 10,000 beds, all with the 5-star hotels. So there you have it. We hope to welcome you in the island very soon for you to experience everything that Tenerife has to offer firsthand. But in the meantime, please feel free to reach out with any questions, and thank you so much for your time.
So much, Fernanda. I think this was a very informative webinar. I learned so much about it. I always wanted to go to Tenerife, but like you mentioned, the location is so unique. So I think it's a great experience, and we learned a lot about what we can do there. So I think our agents are going to love this. And like Fernanda mentioned, if you have any questions regarding any tips or what you can recommend to your clients or what's coming up, any coronavirus COVID-19 updates, please feel free to reach out to me or Fernanda for any questions, and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. And thank you again, Fernanda, for presenting this. It was very nice.
Thank you. It was fun. It's always fun to go over everything that Tenerife has to offer.
Awesome. So lastly, we want you guys to know about our Tenerife campaign that is currently live on Beds Online. So if you go to our discover.bedsonline.com, you should see this beautiful banner of Tenerife that advertise special hotels we picked for this campaign. It's limited time only, so I will definitely recommend you to click on our banner, which will take you to our landing page, and you will see all those hotels picked for this Tenerife campaign that we have a sponsorship from Tenerife Tourism Board, that you can book any of those activities, any of those hotels, and more importantly, we also have some informative articles in our landing page, which kind of talks about what Fernanda just shared with us, all these things you might need to know before selling that destination to your clients, or better off that if there's any competitive destinations that's kind of targeting or your travelers want to travel to, you can always recommend Tenerife, and especially because we also have 25% off deals on them. So like I said, please, if you see this banner, and this is the second banner we have on Beds Online, make sure you click on it. It directly takes you to the landing page, and every single hotel we have on that landing page, if you click on it, it directly takes you to the booking engine. So all you have to do is just pick the hotels and then check out them. Our campaigns will be live until December, end of December. Feel free to always message us, email us if you have any questions, or if you have anything about the itineraries, we'll be here to help you out. Also, please be on the lookout for any social media or any newsletters we'll be sending out soon as well. So that's all from us. Thank you so much again for joining on our call. Me, Balki Zundar here, and my email address is here, and you can also find Fernanda's email address in this slide as well. We hope to receive questions, emails from you, because we're always here to help you guys out, and hopefully we'll sell more Tenerife. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one.